dude did apparently loved psychedelics, all drugs. I mean, he's coked up as shit on Carson.
You look at his eyes. They're just
sweating on Carson.
They're disguised for drugs. They really are. Anytime you're bugging out like that, that's just a disguise for all the drugs you're on.
Are you talking about Dangerfield?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, okay. All right.
Yeah.
That intense energy that only comes from
Cocaine plus psychedelics, probably.
It could just be weed. Could be Dangerfield on weed.
Was he?
Yeah, because he's an old man on weed.
I don't think he was
too?
coked up on TV on the early Carson appearances. You could watch it. I mean, he's just sweating. That's where the pulling your collar shit. They were like, "That's cute how he pulls it." No, he's coked up. Yeah, he's sweating.
He's probably really nervous. He said, "I better put on a lot of coke."
Yeah, and they're like, he just rapid fire jokes on the couch. Yeah, he's zooted.
Yeah.
It's not his style. He can't calm down.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, it is great.
Yeah.
Sometimes an artist's style just is them being
drugs.
on drugs.
Yeah, I mean, Hedberg, they're like, isn't it cute how Hedberg wears sunglasses and can't follow his own thoughts?
So, yeah, he's very much on heroin.
Yeah. But he does have a script. Nice thing about Hedberg, he does have a script. So if he goes off script.
Yeah.
But can he come back on heroin?
Hedberg,
That's the real challenge.
I mean, I think the heroin he did later when he did that album where he's like stand-up bass playing behind him and he's just chilled out saying his jokes. But the early days, I'm pretty sure he was performing on acid.
Oh, yeah.
Seems like it.
Probably.
I've seen some early ones where he didn't seem connected. Like he was just doing his jokes.
And what was Vic saying that Lenny Bruce, I assume Lenny Bruce was just smoking weed and going on stage, but Vic was saying he actually was shooting meth and heroin and going on stage.
Probably, yeah.
I never actually read his book,
how long ago did you start stand-up?
8 years probably.
And when was the last time you did acid? Are you done with acid?
I did acid last year.
Last year?
Yeah.
Okay. Have you done psychedelics on stage?
Have I? Yes. A Vision Quest.
Of course.
Yeah, on Vision Quest I did it.
Vision Quest.
Yeah, of course.
How did it go? Just one time?
Well, it was great.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
It's just like, it's a hit of acid. So it's like, yeah, you just time it.
Yeah, I think the timing's the thing. I did Lewis's open mic and ate mushrooms, and they kicked in literally right when I walked on stage. And
Nice.
yeah.
You started laughing?
I think I did good, but I could only stand to do it for like 3 minutes or whatever. And
I think
was
mushrooms help.
They
always help me.
If I would have gone on stage 5 minutes later, I would have been fine. But it was the fact that, like, I think I said my first joke and then, like, turned around and the floor started, and I was like, God damn it. Like,
I wouldn't be able to deal with the auditory hallucinations if I was doing a lot of mushrooms. If I was on stage and it's like, this is an audience I have to listen to.
Mike's on stage, he's going, are people laughing?
I wouldn't even know. I
must be hallucinating.
Chamber of, like, words that weren't really words.
Yeah.
That's what I think of when I'm on mushrooms.
the chamber of words?
Chamber of words. I don't even know our words. Yes.
It was on mushrooms that I learned that you can actually make eye contact with the audience.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I didn't know that for years.
I love making eye contact with the audience.
I know. You make uncomfortable eye contact.
I dare
with
the audience to laugh at these jokes. That's what I do. I'm going to get you. I'm going to get one of these. Oh, God. It's terrible.
Yeah. I think that a lot of times they're laughing because you won't break eye contact.
Maybe. It's true. But maybe I tell a funny joke. At that moment, I might drop in a joke. And it'll be funny. You know, I train drug-sniffing dogs for a living because I have extra drugs. That's a drop-in joke.
But see, it's I don't even know what's happening until you keep staring at me.
Yeah.
And then I'm forced to replay your words.
And then I tell people I don't work for the cops. I train drug-sniffing dogs to live in condominiums because that's what pays.
Wait, what?
I train drug-sniffing dogs to live in condominiums.
Why would they?
Because they don't have backyards and they have to like crap somewhere, so they have to crap outside. So you got to train them to do stuff, and that's why I have extra drugs. I could train him to do anything.
That's why he has extra drugs.
I train him to do anything, but I don't use cocaine to train him because it just trains him to count your money, and that's the joke.
Yeah.
But I could blow it up to however I want, but the core joke is that. So.
Yeah, there is actually a lot more backstory to that one.
Yeah, you can do like a whole career on
dogs are capable of counting money if you get them high enough.
Yeah. You can train them to do your accounting.
Dogs will actually start using their paws as hands if they're high enough.
Yeah.
They'll start palming bills and.
Well, they can climb ladders, and I think that's amazing.
It's pretty good.
It's trained. They could be trained to do that.
I had a border collie when I was a kid that could, like, scale fences and trellises and stuff.
Yeah.
As though she had hands.
Do you think in third world countries, and I'm saying do you think, but I know it's probably just true, there has to be like people that are like animal pimps in third world countries where they're like
there's a lot of
like
birders.
prostitutes, but all the prostitutes are like sheep
Oh,
or mules.
animals.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the herder in the purple jacket. That
Definitely
you
if
want
they
to look for.
have...
He's got a
I don't
big
know if you
floppy
remember
hat.
that Bible verse about the herder in suede.
They really have to have the right marketing for something like that.
Well, yeah.
I mean...
And what is the thing that herders have? That staff that's got the kind of diamond, the kind of thing
The
at the
hook
top?
thing?
The
Yeah.
hook
Yeah.
at the top? That's kind of like a cane.
Yeah. It's a soft
Shepherds
stick.
are
It's a
like
softer
pimps.
stick.
Shepherds are like pimps.
It's a
Okay.
softer stick. Because you have a little bit of air in there. So
What do they use it for? Do they
Yeah.
It's a hammer, but
do
not
they
really.
knock
Do you
the
hook the? It's like a
sheep's calves with it or what?
Yeah, it's a hook. You grab by the neck, like
Yeah.
like vaudeville. That's what it is.
It's
Yeah,
vaudeville,
totally.
yeah.
Yeah, like the vaudeville thing, right? That's-
You
that's
could
gotta
also
be-
hit them with it.
Yeah.
Hit them with the hook.
But it's meant to grab a
You
lamb's
can grab
neck.
them if you need to. But that's like a horrible
Last-
thing because
yeah.
you got to hold on to that.
That your last line of defense is the hook.
It's mostly beating. It's mostly tunings. It's tunings of the sheep. That's how you do
Gotcha,
it.
yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's how they work.
All right.
I think. But how would I know? I've never been a sheep herder.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen a shepherd in action?
That's not even close.
Yeah.
Technically, yeah, but it was like
Was it Dutch?
in Wyoming. They were just driving around on four wheelers.
Oh,
you know
I
what
thought
I
it
mean?
was like a Dutch video. That's where most of it comes from. I mean, that's what it's famous
Holland?
for.
God,
Yeah.
that would be the goofiest pimp with those wooden shoes and the fucking shorts.
There's
The
a lot of-
short, the one piece with the shorts, like Lewis is wearing.
Surprisingly, they use a lot of hoofed mammals because of the shoes. Because of the sound it makes when they're all having sex.
Is that so? That those
That's the
are supposed
truth.
to emulate hoof sound,
That's how the Dutch do it.
right?
Yeah.
Wait, that's what those shoes are for?
Yeah, for animal fucking jokes. For
For
animal
animal
fucking videos.
Oh, for videos of
For
people
video
fucking animals?
bestiality videos that come from
It's so the
Dutch-
sheep
Dutch
doesn't get intimidated when you're walking
videos.
up behind them. They're
Oh,
like,
okay.
"Oh, that's her hoofs.
Oh, okay.
That's fine. I'll loosen up."
I
then."
thought it was just like what do they call that? Like the what's the sound department for like where they'll like crumple like a sound effects department? You know what that-
Foley's.
Foley's, yeah. I
Foley's.
thought it was like some weird Foley thing where they were
No.
like, well, the boom mic doesn't pick up the sound of the
No, what he's saying is you try walking
violent
up.
hoof beats trying to get
You
away
try
from this
walking
rape.
up on a sheep in Nikes. He's gonna tense up. You're gonna have a hard time inserting.
Well,
Right. Okay.
That's why you need those goofy wooden shoes.
Right.
Sounds like hooves approaching.
Well, it
the
sounds
sheep
like-
relaxes.
yeah, exactly.
well, you don't need any of this
Exactly.
if you
You're
have
in
a good pimp. A
Well,
good pimp.
it doesn't even matter
A
because
good pump,
the
like,
sheep
good
are
pimp
so
puts his hose
excited.
in line.
Sheep are so excited.
It
Why
doesn't
are they
matter.
excited?
They are excited because they're about to have sex. They've been trained to have sex.
They've been trained to have
Yeah.
sex? What do you know?
I know, but
How
a
do
lot
you
of
know
things.
this?
Well, it's usually pigs to begin with. I'm talking about hoofed mammals.
The
You
Dutch.
just didn't think that pigs would be like involved.
Also, the
in
problem
this.
is in a pig pen, it's the sound. Any shoes are going to sound sloppy walking up. You're talking about like on
no on
concrete.
no, in like apartments.
In
Like,
apartments.
Yeah, no. Dutch bestiality porn is usually like it's like a pig with
what a specific
nun,
genre of porn.
a pig with a nun, and they put they put carpet on the nun's back so
So the pig
the
doesn't
pig
fuck
is a
up.
destroyer.
Wait, you have to walk over a nun just to fuck a pig?
Well, no, the pig fucks you.
The pig fucks you?
yeah,
What is
that's-
going on?
That's very Dutch.
Dutch?
You haven't seen Dutch
bestiality.
porn, yeah.
No, I haven't seen Dutch bestiality.
It's very it's very submissive.
It's very submissive. Okay.
Yeah.
You know the thing about. You ever notice Dutch bestiality porn? Pigs are always submissive to the nun. The nun's got hardwood floor on her back. That bitch. You got to wear wooden shoes just to get her to fucking shut the hell up.
Yeah. It's true. Also the subtitles.
This is a black comic talking about. I don't know what I'm doing now.
This bitch. And
This is a hacky Jeff Foxworthy if he were black talking about Dutch. Hacky Jeff Foxworthy.
All right. Well, what are you guys?
Well,
saying?
anyway,
Yes.
that's a real thing. You're not
That is
making all this
no,
up.
I'm not making that up.
That's incredible that you know all that.
I've seen a lot of punk rock art.
Uh,
Yes.
Yeah, I'm at. All right.
I think that's a stretch.
Shit
but
gets weird. You get
There's a lot
over
of,
there,
like, yeah.
like that European punk scene.
There's weird
weird
punk
shit going
rock.
on,
Like
man.
I know a guy that, like,
all porn is punk rock, isn't
well,
it?
there's a guy I
Not the
know
kind I
that
watch.
did a poem to a
Amateur
dead rat in
porn's
his
punk
own
rock?
blood.
What's that?
He did a poem to his dead rat in his own blood in Oakland, but he actually used a lot of blood. Like he used like a whole. It was a warehouse. So it was like a whole wall of a warehouse, and he was on a ladder, and he was like cutting his veins and drawing this like poem to his dead rat,
Wow.
and he used the whole
Goddamn.
space.
Wow.
Yeah, and so he's like a famous artist now.
Yeah, I mean that'll do it.
It did it. Yeah,
Yeah.
he just has to make sure it stays dirty in there.
Say what you will about amateur blood punk poets. They use the space.
Yeah, he lives in the loft. It's pretty nice, you know.
Use
it's
the
like,
space.
Yeah, it's true.
That's incredible. I mean, that's his closest friend, I guess.
Yeah,
That's very, cutting off your ear to send to a lover. You're gonna fill a barn with blood poetry for your dead pet rat.
yeah, I know. And it was just a loose rat.
How endearing!
I knew a guy, but like.
But thank God for the internet, because otherwise,
Nobody would know.
I went to
how would
visit
we
a
even
friend of
know how
mine.
compassionate this guy was?
I went to visit a friend of mine a few years ago in Laramie, and we were eating mushrooms, and his roommate came in. It was the first time I met him, and he started telling me that the girl that had just broke up with him, he gave her like a present, but he covered it in his own blood, and he was saying it like, "I got her now," like she'll come crawling back any minute now. And I was like, "No, you're a disturbed person. I wish I wasn't on mushrooms having to talk to you."
Yeah, because it smells like blood.
the smell's the upsetting part.
Yeah, it smells like that. Yeah, it's like, it's covered in blood.
Yeah.
But you don't know it's blood at first because it's all brown.
Yeah.
When it
Unless
dries.
it's like fresh as fuck. Unless he
Yeah.
just cut himself. Hey.
He did a lot of cutting at once and had it all dripping for her.
Yeah.
it's
Well,
pretty-
see that? Yeah.
Well, this is the thing about spirit cooking. John Podesta really believed that once they delivered that, quote, sausage pizza to Donald Trump, that the election was won.
Yeah.
That as soon as Donald Trump ate a piece of this, quote, sausage pizza, that there was no chance Hillary could lose.
Right.
But what they didn't anticipate was that
Hillary didn't
magic is a bunch of bullshit.
Hillary didn't know what she was
anticipate is that
doing.
Roger Stone had eaten 4 babies. So that Trump
Roger Stone was a better necromancer than he was.
Oh,
Yeah, that's
definitely
exactly
dressed
right.
By the way,
part.
you could very
He
easily
did
tell
dress-
that Roger Stone is the better necromancer. Look at the way he dresses
Absolutely.
like fucking Willy Wonka. He's awesome.
Yeah, of course. He had those weird wraparound sunglasses and everything. They were like, everything.
Wild, dude. That
He
guy,
had the-
I miss the fuck out of Roger Stone. Just being around, he was like Vermin Supreme. He's just like a video game character
He
stuck
really
out
was.
of time in a
he
fucking.
Really was. He was better at
We're losing all the good ones. McAfee's
pedophilic
gone.
necrophilia than even John Podesta.
We haven't talked about McAfee since that shit happened.
Boy, but do you think he's actually dead? Is it one of these fake
man.
ones?
I haven't been on the internet in like 3 months. You have to
John
fill me in.
McAfee was extradited, and then he was taken into a prison in
Do you
South
know John
America.
McAfee?
I have no idea.
So
I
he-
think he's like a romance novelist.
Yeah,
Antivirus
close enough.
pioneer.
He did the McAfee antivirus shit like in the 90s, sold the company, went down to Belize, started hanging out with gangsters.
okay,
I
that
Started,
guy.
by the way,
cooking his own
bath salts.
amphetamines or bath salts.
Dude, you can find his threads on Blue Light. The dude was inventing new bath
He's
salts.
great, dude.
He's like Mosquito Coast guy. He's like Harrison Ford, Mosquito Coast.
But
out
he
there in
also
South
he had
America.
the whole military on his side for he was like running the island for a period of time, and he was married, like he had all kinds of girlfriends, and then
He had all the money. He had all that money off that licensing.
I'm sure he had a lot
Yeah.
of money,
Yeah.
especially when you move to a
Belize,
uncolonized island or wherever it was. Yeah.
Well, he's probably charging a fraction of everything because he like owned all the security stuff.
He was running this island community.
He's been like avoiding. Avoiding taxes in America. He ran for president in 2016 and like didn't do terribly, I guess, and then left again. So he's been on the run from the American government since like 2017.
He was found dead in his.
And then he said so he was put in prison in Spain and he was going to be extradited. And he posted some things saying, "Hey, I have friends here. The food's fine. I'm happy. If I kill myself, it was an Epstein thing." I didn't actually kill myself. And then he hung himself in his. Right?
It was an Epstein thing.
Yeah, he quote hung it. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, they've been trying to get that guy.
They definitely killed him, like, for sure.
But
how old was he?
He was like older than you'd think. He was like 72.
What?
Okay.
But yeah.
He was like Ernest Hemingway style, though.
Yeah.
Well, that dude did know some stuff. He specifically went after the NSA. I mean, he said a lot of things that probably were stimulant-induced statements. Yes. But he did intend to undermine the NSA. He said he was going to create an operating system in a smartphone that would be impervious to surveillance. He was trying to reveal Edward Snowden-esque things, and he probably did. His life was riddled with drama, political drama. Like his Wikipedia page is like every year something fucking insane happened.
Anything can be cracked because everything is broadcast. It can always be cracked. It only takes like 6 months for it to be cracked. Yeah. And everything can be cracked. Because, you'll build the operating system that can crack it.
Well, now it's just...
Maybe it's impossible what he said he was going to do. I don't know. But definitely, any technology, they have a lot of money and manpower to try to figure out how to control. Yeah. And here's the problem is most of the technology comes from the Pentagon in the first place.
Right.
So unless you've got a lot of money, you're not creating something better than they already got.
Maybe you're creating free time instead.
Free time.
Yeah.
I do have faith that some Tesla autistic kid in a garage will create some new fucking thing that will just be a quantum leap ahead of what we have now, and then we'll be in a new paradigm, and for a minute we'll have some freedom because we haven't figured out how to control it yet.
Well, we have to figure out robots first. Politics are robots.
Did you see the Postmates robot?
Yeah.
Postmates robot.
Yeah, dude. El Pollo Loco they are legit releasing drones, dude.
Right.
They're doing drone delivery.
Right. You have to figure out how to tax robots.
Yeah, I'm not talking about more efficient chicken delivery. What I'm talking about is a new internet or something like that.
Because that's labor that's
he was talking about, he said we have to figure out robots. I said now, I saw a TikTok of a Postmates robot definitely maneuvering around a homeless person.
Right.
It was fucking hilarious. That's right. That's the right response, Lewis.
That's true.
He's just sitting. He doesn't have
That's the first thing.
It's fucking amazing.
The first thing you got to teach a chicken delivery robot is avoid the poor people because you're going to have to get by a lot of them to get to this customer.
Right, because it's making poor people.
If you pay extra,
it's like responsible.
It'll yell, "Get a job" at him.
Yeah. Become a robot mechanic, be the Amway of robots.
Exactly. There's always an opening in the
if
market.
Can't you build a cheap robot? Like you build a cheap robot like Life Coach or something. It just nags you to like be a better person. Like be a more forgiving person. It nags you into killing yourself.
Dude, probably. Yeah, I mean you probably tell Siri to do it.
Yeah.
Or with some Wii mom, on your
some
game
life
console.
Path for you, That's what will be a program.
I don't think we're going to get to either of these points. Just like in the same way that we're too stupid to carry out fascism, like this quantum leap of like it's just going to be a more efficient kind of retardation.
No, that's what happens though. Some fucking autistic genius creates some new thing that's way beyond anything, and either it liberates people or the government goes, "You can't have this," and destroys the Tesla blueprints or whatever.
Well, all right.
But I think, so far what we've been doing, supposedly the internet was from MIT physicists or whatever, and then you get phones from the military doing wireless technology, and then it generally comes from the military.
It almost always comes from military or a space program.
Which is, same thing.
Yeah.
Kind of. Like YouTube was like a revolutionary thing because now anybody can like release content. It's very easy to publish content. You don't have to like go through the rigmarole of like writing a book and publishing it and giving it like distributing it.
But that's what I mean.
Right?
I just hope there's some kid in a garage somewhere who's on some other wavelength taking some weird research.
The only
chemical
trouble
or whatever.
with all that is the electronic stuff is you don't control the money. You control more of it if you're publishing, because you have more control of not only publishing but how you distribute the money. Like, and that's
how Tesla
taking
got
too
fucked.
much off.
With like
Tesla supposedly had free energy devices that we can't have yet, and he supposedly knew how to do UFO fucking saucer levitation and all this stuff that they just got. They were like, nah.
I think that's just
white gold. Lewis talks about.
I think that's just all
Anunnaki
hullabaloo.
semen every time I talk to him.
Yeah, they monetize like TikTok creators, and then they'll take it away if you like mention Taiwan or jerk off on it or whatever. Like they'll just pick any arbitrary reason to kick you off the fucking app or demonetize you.
Well, they want to cover up the secret that it doesn't really exist. I mean, that's actually a thing that makes money.
Yeah,
I mean,
that is the biggest
throw a rumor
conspiracy.
in there
TikTok doesn't even exist.
It doesn't. No, it exists. It's going from every app from now on. Every like Silicon Valley app, it's going to start going on a life cycle where it starts out where only like 14-year-old girls use it to dance, and then there's a long arch, and then it ends when the app devolves into nothing but hobos jerking off. And there's, do you understand what I'm saying?
It's a MyScape, like
MySpace, nothing but hobos jerking off on.
Yeah, at the end.
By the end, yeah.
Well, that's kind of the reverse trajectory of the internet, because it was these particle physicists who needed to communicate experiments. Now it's used purely for Dutch incest porn or bestiality porn.
Well, that's like right here. Yeah. So like,
but that was already filmed before that happened. It's just the distribution. Yeah.
All right. Maybe being kind of semantical, but
see, So like you have 2 points on the graph, like right here and right here. Here's girls lip syncing, and then here's hobos jerking off. Dutch bestialities are right here.
Right.
Is that?
But
so we're
what I'm saying is
not
you
there
get
yet, but as soon as we get there, then it drops real hard.
You get from the nerds.
It began
like the internet went from the nerds
Dutch
to the complete scum of society.
And then it became into something else.
The Dutch.
Maybe we'll go. Yeah. What I'm saying is maybe we'll go back from the scum to the nerds.
Well,
the scum of society will invent something that
maybe
will eventually be used by nerds.
It started with scum. That's the trouble. The internet always started with scum. Like Craigslist started with scum, but it's anarchist scum.
Right. Yeah.
You know,
you have like the political. So you have like the Pirate Bay or whatever, where it's like some Swedish teenager creates this brilliant thing, and then
the thing is, Craigslist never sells out because he owns the platform, so he never changes it.
Yeah,
he never changes it into something commercial.
Yeah.
He just makes the platform its own commercial, and he just sits there and just owns it.
I think there was something though that he did compromise on. About I can't remember what it was.
He was like, you can't advertise child prostitutes on Craigslist.
Yeah, what a fucking sellout.
Fucking sellout.
What a fucking sellout.
Come on, dude.
But yeah, that's about it though.
And even 4chan,
he just sits in
4chan
at a chair in his apartment. He has just a regular apartment. He just sits there and owns Craigslist.
Yeah,
he's that guy.
Have you bought anything off?
I sold my car on Craigslist.
Did you ever fuck off
cars
Craigslist?
are really good on Craigslist.
You did fuck off Craigslist.
No, I don't do that.
Did you? You never did.
No.
He actually fucked Jeff Cohn.
Yeah. No, I'm not. I don't do that. I'm not that adventurous, as Jeff Cohn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jeff Cohn is reckless.
People are still doing it.
He's an artist. He's an artist.
Yeah,
he really has some.
It's so weird that he's out there just banging like slutty 80-year-olds, and then painting watercolor pictures of like trees and shit.
Well, he's like
he's got a wild life. Jeff Cohn.
He has a realistic
probably
life.
He's a realist. There's probably more overlap than you realize. When he goes over there, he probably sells a painting or two.
Listen,
his paintings are really expensive.
He paints like Monet, but he fucks like Salvador Dali.
He can't sell those paintings in trailer parks. No,
she's gone.
I know what good art is.
This is what happens at the end of the night. She's gone. My husband's home. You got to get the fuck out of here. He goes, I'll give you these 2 for $500. These watercolors. This is
a diner.
This is New York at night.
10 times
a diner in the rain.
Those might be worth 10 times the amount of of that cost right there.
So we got one that's a diner in the rain, and then another one that's also a different diner, also in the rain.
You got to remember that
They're all
artists
the
are
same.
crazy, and Jeff Cohen is sort of realistically crazy in an artistic way. He's very, very OCD. That's very artistic.
Well, maybe Bob Ross was slinging puss and selling paintings. How do you know?
He could have been.
I was trying to explain to somebody that
most
of art is just people that are mentally ill. Like they use art to mediate the symptoms of that mental illness.
They could just,
They're like narcissistic or whatever. They're like, let me get in front of a crowd. That'll, you know what I mean? So they're creating art, but it's just to.
Well, they're bragging about how they can remember their mental illness. They can remember enough of it to actually capture it and put it on something, and then somebody will buy money for it. They'll pay money for that because it's something new.
Yeah, that's true. Have you ever seen the movie Ghost Rider?
Ghost Rider? No.
It's a product of mental illness. There's
is
Nicolas
it the Nicolas Cage thing?
Yeah. Yeah, there you go.
All right.
Nicolas Cage.
Did you see his last movie? It's a horror movie based in like an old theme park, and all the animatronic band starts trying to kill him and shit. Oh. He curb stomps a gorilla into a urinal, which is pretty inappropriate, honestly.
Yeah.
Why'd it have to be the gorilla? I said, you know what I mean?
It's always an unarmed.
Teenager. Well, it could be out of control. I mean, it is Nicolas Cage. He'd just be like coked up and furious. Just in a room, just like doing some maze shit, and then following him around cameras. I mean, it could happen.
But what you're saying is basically Nicolas Cage. If you didn't tell him, "Hey, Nick, you're searching for treasure in the Washington Memorial," go, that he would be insane.
No.
I
think he would just be recreationally insane. Now he's professionally insane, and they go, Nicholas, pretend to look at this treasure map, and then go find it.
They build the set.
And he gets excited.
Yeah, I think that's it.
And he plays out his mental illness.
Well, if he builds a set, then he just improvises. He built an entire National Treasure set. It's like Disneyland and everything. He's going to improvise during the entire thing. Yeah. Because this is just too ridiculous. It's Nicolas Cage. So he'll just do whatever Nicolas Cage does in that. Yeah. And they'll film it, and that'll be good.
They don't even write scripts for him anymore. They're just like, we're just going to build the set, dude.
He has a script. Like, Wicker Man was, like, totally different, though. You talk about Wicker Man is, like, him off script, but he's on script because they made him do all that stuff. Because of the special effects he was surrounded by. He had to act in that.
Oh, yeah, all right.
Yeah, so it's like he has to do the script, and he's just going to make money because he has to be on drugs. It's Nicolas Cage. So he's going to do all this stuff.
I can't imagine what kind of drugs it would take.
It just takes a lot of cocaine for him to be Nicolas Cage.
He's a weird guy. I would love to hang out with him. He's like a weird...
I'm sure he smokes a lot of weed, but he has to be on a lot of coke, too.
Oh, yeah. Or he definitely like had enough coke in the past. Do you know what I mean?
Well, just perma-fried him a little bit.
Yeah. I could see that perma-fried.
So I've seen a lot of people at Home Depot that are perma-fried on like meth.
Yeah.
And they
go looking for treasure in the Washington Monument. Well, they got all kinds of tools. Doesn't work out. This is what you're saying. You need Hollywood's backing.
Shit. Yeah, that's that's like if you go into like an old tweaker's house, they just have like all their furniture and shit is all like jerry rigged to the wall. Whatever. Do you know what I mean? Like everything's like falling apart and then like put together with.
Everything's covered in shit.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, that's it. They start cleaning.
Wouldn't that be great? The end of National Treasury just rips open a couch and it's just a bunch of rat shit.
Dead fish and stuff.
Roll credits.
Yeah, from a fish tank or whatever. You know, it's like anything you can find.
Looks like George Washington just left us a fucking mess.
It's an explosion of stuff. I've had to evict tweakers. And I have a soft heart.
Hold on, tell us about
it. And I have a soft heart.
You've never...
I have.
No, you do. You appear
to
be like... Were you a landlord?
I was actually working for a property management company for a while.
Okay.
I didn't know what tweakers were.
What year is it?
I just feel like... felt like they were just regular people. But I fell on hard times.
Okay.
Yeah. But there were some tweakers living in a house over in in the country, and they were going to tear down the house and build something. All right, the slab was cracked. It's a $15,000 repair. The house was falling apart. Tweakers are having a tweaker paradise in this house.
Oh yeah,
for 10 years.
100%. Yeah,
they have a fence around the yard and everything is all frontier style. They have trees with rope strings on them, and 50 or 100 bicycles in the back, all torn apart.
Apple trees,
just clogging up everything. 5 toilets, and they're all they just live there. And it's $600 a month for this whole house.
Yeah.
Right. And farmland and everything.
And you got 15 tweakers paying that.
To 25 tweakers just hanging out at night.
God damn, dude.
But,
that's how Manson started.
Yeah, but they were just cutting into cars and stuff. And sawing cars in half in front of their yard and doing tweaker stuff.
Doing tweaker shit, yeah.
But that was how they survived. Because the rent was only $600. So it funded this whole circus.
Yeah, it's called the Ice Capades.
Yeah, so I just swing by and I try not to evict these people. That was my job.
What happened? So
okay, no, wait, hold on. Yeah. Just let me interject for a second. We should do Disney on Ice, but it's just every Disney movie, but they're all methed out.
They're all methed out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I like it.
It was actually I felt very because I knew it was going to happen. There was nothing I could do about it. It's one of those things where it's going to happen. There's nothing I could do about it. This is just too obvious. It's done. They don't understand that because they're tweakers. They've been tweaking for till 65.
Do those old tweakers? Do they have a whole?
Their bodies are done. Their bodies are done.
Behind, but they have they believe themselves to have this an understanding of deep reality.
They understand
that has
reality.
built up over years of psychosis.
Well, honestly, their deep reality may be more correct than most people living in civilized capitalist
for
society.
Sure. They have a lot of good points, but they just don't understand lease structures or they don't.
Which is all made up. Which is all made up. The point of life is you swing on a rope, you cut a car in half, and you fuck for 12 hours. That's the point of life. That's what I'm saying. Their philosophy is probably more correct.
You're right. No, 100%. I'm not.
It's a methed out Eden.
Yeah, I'm not arguing that at all. I'm just
what
pointing out
tweakers do not understand is inflation, which is surprising.
It's surprising.
It's surprising
because meth is like gold; it doesn't devalue. It just stays the same. It's like a precious metal.
And so does everything else if you're a tweaker because you just find it.
Yeah.
Eventually, you can't sell enough stuff.
Despite the Rothschilds' best efforts, it remains at $50 a gram.
Oh fuck! No, hold on. He's right. Yeah. So they're still selling the same amount of stuff, but it's not netting this. It's not getting the same
it's
net.
The same amount of stuff because it's all trash, and trash is given for free on Facebook.
Right.
So you actually have tweakers getting destroyed by the internet,
and you're not figuring out. You're not doing that.
Like the whole tweaker economy is getting destroyed.
A good tweaker would
they need to be sawing computers in half and getting the
guts out,
the precious metals out of the chips. Yeah. Well, okay. Well, do you need to do a TED talk or something?
I could on crime.
For tweakers.
For
tweakers.
So tweakers to deal with inflation?
Yes.
How did they go to college? Yeah.
Do you need to teach tweakers about how there are actually different metals that are worth more now, and they need to start sawing different shit?
Well, they gotta
because then they'll start stealing different shit. We want them to be. You don't want to update the tweak. Have you ever seen Tremors?
Yes, I have seen Tremors.
Or, hold on, better example, Gremlins, right?
Yes, of course.
Giving tweakers information is like putting water on a fucking gremlin, dude.
Right.
Like, you're turning it... If you don't give them any more ideas about what to steal or what to pawn or what to fucking... They're too efficient. You know what I mean? You're not... Like, somebody fucked up and let tweakers know that catalytic converters were valuable, and now...
Exactly.
They cannot... We have to have security systems for your fucking muffler.
Now you need to teach them that there's gold in a processor.
Actually, what they did is they made catalytic converters worthless because they stopped putting platinum in them.
They're still
so now they're $75.
I thought they're still molybdenum or something.
No, they're not for
they
long.
Can't, you can't actually...
Palladium, that's right.
All new ones, you can't get that metal out of it anymore. They actually took that off.
Fuck.
It's just early stuff. That's why it's like
Now you got to go back to the
$750
basics.
for
You
like
got to go
gotta
back
cut
to
up
copper.
a Prius and fucking get that lithium, or
Got to go back to copper, dude. Start
Well, you
pulling
just
wires
take
out
out
of
the
the
need to
entire
go back.
battery.
This is what I'm saying.
and sell it to somebody else.
See?
Yeah.
The old standby, copper.
Copper is the best. Well, now because China stopped buying, now it's $1.40. Yeah, it used to be like $4.
This is what I mean. This is why he could teach drug addicts
Right.
what to steal. That could
but
be.
There's nothing to steal anymore because took all the incentives away.
I'm Mike Coppolino, and this is my master class.
Holy shit. Yeah, we should actually do that.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Why are you guys still stealing catalytic converters? They haven't had platinum in those since. This is what you got to do.
Everything you steal is virtual now.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Start stealing non-fungible
NFTs.
tokens.
Yeah, exactly. These.
That's right.
That's right. Yeah, these meth heads need to be sawing fucking blockchain.
All you're doing is stealing. All you're doing is stealing passwords from now on. That's
All
it.
we're doing is stealing. Yeah, that's
Stealing
right.
passwords. That's it. You don't have to actually steal anything real.
Go to the public library, wait for somebody to get off the computer if they didn't log off,
Right.
get in their Neopets.
Dude, we're gonna have
Right.
fucking dude. We're gonna have people like with like
Phoning
fucked up like Game Boy Colors rigged with a phone line and shit that are mining bitcoins for tweakers.
That'd be amazing.
Fucking
That
dope,
would be
dude.
really amazing.
The future's gonna be fun as shit.
I taught my Game Boy how to be a 5G transmitter.
Yeah.
And they haven't even figured out like that the guy who is victimized isn't responsible. Like that guy's still on the hook.
Wait, what guy?
Whoever got like the security like violated on their bank account, like somebody take $1,500 from him or $2,000 because he had a scanner on him or something or whatever, or fucked him up somehow.
You know what I
They're
think
still on
people
the
need to
hook.
hack? When you like servers have that like smartphone thing that scans the like little, I don't know, the scanner thing.
They have things that
That
actually
needs to be. Those seem like they could
Wait,
be
where?
dangerous weapons. Wait, like at a restaurant, with the servers all have this like handheld. It's like a Game Boy, but it's got a scanner at the top and it's got a little computer in it.
Yeah. Okay. I haven't
feel
been
like
to this
those.
restaurant. I would restaurant.
You've never been to a restaurant.
Not this. Not one like that. What is
They
that?
have
Chili's?
Well, some of them have iPads.
I can't afford Chili's.
Some of them have like tablets. The nicer places have tablets, but
Oh, yeah.
they're like Game Boys.
right, and you just scan through your
Yeah.
card through the chip. Mm-hmm. That's all out in the open.
Those probably you could buy a bunch of those because they're becoming outdated now.
Yeah.
This is what we need to talk about.
Oh.
Hey, have you been to the place where they?
What are you just eating lunch meat in there, you cocksucker?
What do you?
There's a lot of that. I mean,
Pops
There
out
is
with
a lot of
fucking-
lunch meat
holding
in
the
there.
bag of ham, and he's like, "Hey, did you hear about the?" It's like you're not on mic, and also stop eating my fucking.
I just
Nah,
like,
you're good. I
I
don't- I
just
don't give a
like
shit.
unavailable money like cash.
You wait. Say it again.
I like unavailable money like cash.
Unavailable money.
Yeah,
Well,
Right,
they're
like,
going to
yeah.
take away paper cash pretty soon here,
it seems like it.
so you should hoard it.
But the paper is not a value. The
It's the
contract.
actual
Nothing's of
work-
value.
it's
Nothing's
the
of value
work that's of
except that
value.
people are dumb enough to think it's an old Jewish trick.
Gold and pussy are always valuable.
Pussy's
Gold-
different.
Gold,
Pussy's
pussy, and
different.
drugs. Dude.
Gold-
Work is always valuable. Service is always valuable.
Pussy and
If
drugs
it's
are
like-
always going to be valuable. There's never
true.
a dip
Pussy
in the
and
fucking
drugs.
market.
That is true.
Pussy and drugs are
gold
always
is
a
not
good
really
investment.
gold. They're like it's used in processes, microcomputers and whatever. But
point.
it's a superconductor, whatever. But it's not actually valuable. Gold is more valuable than some stuff because it actually has industrial uses, but a lot of it doesn't even have any objective use,
Right.
like a paper
like,
dollar
not in the
bill.
way that pussy does have an
Exactly.
Pussy has an objective use.
Exactly. That's why when you teach chimpanzees, if you trade this coin,
Are you all right?
Yes.
All right.
somebody fell in the kitchen.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway,
Yeah. I just think it's the fringe benefit of like all the work you do, doing drugs and pussy.
The
It
fringe
is.
benefit? What do you
It's
mean?
a fringe benefit of doing all the work. Like
Well, you
you
don't
should
know-
actually
you work-
like you're actually supporting something. You're actually creating something.
you're enriching the community for
Yeah,
sure.
right.
For sure, dude.
Right.
For sure you are.
Well, if they could monetize experience itself, and maybe that's what an NFT is, I don't know. But they're going to make experience into a currency itself, and you go, I went.
Hold on. So,
So if
'cause
mine's unavailable, it's gonna be worth more money.
I think this is true.
Scarcity, yeah.
The problem with the drugs and pussy market is really that it's a small percentage of us that are engaging with that market, that are buying the drugs and pussy. So
Right.
and there's like a stigma around it. So we just need more people. If more people did drugs and pussy,
Yeah.
right? Like, yeah, some coffee shops
just
would go
don't like-
under, but another business would rise up in its place.
Well, I'm
Like the
telling you,
reason we have kava bars is because drugs and pussy are illegal to sell. We would never have a kava bar, right?
Well, it's like, is it always a front if it's a kava bar? I mean, is it?
if you could
I'm
sell,
not
if
saying
you
it's a
could sell,
front. I'm
if
just saying
cocaine
never-
were legal, if ecstasy
would just-
were legal,
yeah,
you'd
we would
definitely
just-
never have.
I'm
kava.
going
go
to a
to the
kava bar
ecstasy store
and
rather than-
my face gets numb, and that's kava. That's
But
Is that what kava does?
so here's the
Yeah.
future, and this is who are the goofy twin Winklevoss twins? They've got this patent on the bit. So basically, when you're fucking, you're going to be mining Bitcoin for the people who injected you with your latest vaccine. So you fuck, and the Rothschilds are making Ethereum.
Wait, because you
But you
have
make more money
you
off
have a
the
chip
video.
in you?
No, they're literally. They're going to mine based on body activity.
Oh, okay. So you could put a chip in the pig, put a chip in the nun, and
Exactly.
now it'd triple your profits.
If you go for a jog, if you fuck the maid, whatever, we're all somebody's making money.
This is how Dutch porn is going to become, because then
just
because
through
the-
blackmail.
then they
I'm
can
glad
get-
we got back to Dutch.
Just,
they can get
just
the-
pure surveillance, pure blackmail.
the whole thing could be powered by the windmill.
That could be pretty good. Like, how far did you go? You went too far. Yeah, now we got a big collection of stuff on you. Now you got to do stuff or whatever. Could be.
But that's the
If
thing.
ethics change,
Like right now, we could all choose to not work basically and live probably better than we would in a third world country right now. Right? We could stop working.
We go smoke meth, swing on ropes, cut cars up.
we could
live like
have
kings,
have
truly.
tents until the winter comes. And then you got to figure out winter.
Yeah.
That's
That's
the
why
thing.
you
What
need
do they do during winter?
the tweakers.
Shelters are definitely happening, but some people are too crazy, and they just bundle up.
Right. The
I've
people you
seen
see on the
bundling
streets
up.
are like too
I've
crazy.
seen like bundling up because there's a storage locker somewhere that has a bunch of clothing in there.
Oh God, yeah.
And that's what
well,
everything goes
these
to.
people who are camping out downtown in the middle of fucking December, I'm like, get a fucking
They
bus
can't.
to.
They can't.
Why?
Well, it doesn't even matter. They could get a bus to California,
Yeah.
but somebody has to put them on it. But then they can't get back because they have family or whatever. They have a
right.
life
Right.
here.
Like the
Everyone
idea.
they've got resources
Everyone
still
still
there.
has connections, no matter what. If you're living in an area, even if you're dirt poor, you still have connections. Everyone has connections.
Yeah.
So-
Okay, that's why you don't do it.
Yeah.
You'd rather fucking
It's still your
risk
place.
freezing to death in a New York winter than leave your connections.
Yeah,
Because
still
those,
your place.
those will sustain you. What the
Yeah.
fuck are you gonna do? Go to Florida and just like
You can't
wait to get stabbed by one of those goddamn Cubans?
You can't just go there and be worse off, which is what it is. Yeah.
I like it when Lewis just ands my racism from the other room.
And this is like,
He's like, "What about the Cubans? Have you thought about the Puerto Ricans? You're not even."
You ever hear these Guatemalans?
if you have a person that doesn't have access to the internet for like 3 years nowadays, just a homeless person, it's like they're coming out of jail because all the
For sure,
technology
yeah.
has changed in 3 years.
I know
Everything
they don't
is
even
totally
believe in the
different.
new virus that we've all been told exists.
But they could be in reality and just be totally out of touch because they don't have a computer. They have no idea what reality is. But they also know exactly what reality is because they've been existing for 3 years without a computer.
Right. So that's what I'm saying is like, let's say a homeless person has been away from the internet. By the time he gets TikTok, it will just be hobos jerking off, and that's all he's been looking at.
Probably,
so it'll
when I
make
get to
perfect
it.
sense.
Yeah.
That's what I call the singularity.
Yeah.
That's when all the hobos that have been jerking off suddenly have access to watching other hobos jerk off,
Right.
and they think nothing has changed. But we've gone through this whole arc without them.
Right.
That's why all hobos seem like they like stepped out of the 30s. It's because for them nothing
Well, it's
changed.
because weather doesn't change.
Right.
Yeah, so that's why.
Yeah.
That's the reality.
Yeah, they're like, I know about the sun and rain. I don't.
Yeah.
You know.
I've got an etch a sketch.
Yeah.
I'm hip.
Yeah. Kind of.
That's all you need.
Just can't shake it.
Etch a sketch is
Yeah.
probably better than this smartphone, if we're being realistic.
It might be, but
I don't know
you
about an
get
etch a
more.
sketch, but a woolly willy.
You don't. No, etch a sketch
Woolly
really
Willy
isn't
will fuck
because
up a fucking
it just
smartphone.
you just can't. You can actually. I don't know. I've seen people make money off an Etch-a-Sketch
How?
by doing portraits.
See? Make money with a smartphone. Nobody can figure out how to
People
do
are
it.
people
I'm
are
going to
so
play the Brick Breaker, and I'm going to earn basic attention tokens. No, get an Etch-a-Sketch.
Yeah.
Sit on a freeway ramp.
Basic
Yeah, sorry,
attention
Lewis. I didn't mean to bring you up like that, but
yeah.
Basic attention tokens. I just.
But
God
also,
damn it.
you've seen it. You've seen a person like that can make money off an Etch-a-Sketch. We were all proud of her. We were all
Tweakers.
proud of
I
her.
know a girl, Etch-a-Sketch Queen, bro. She
Yeah.
does Etch-a-Sketch as a fucking art form, bro.
See?
She makes banks.
See?
It's the truth.
Okay, but she's learning a skill. She's
This
not.
is so technology has gotten too good because
I
we
know,
can't
I
even
agree.
figure out how to like.
Yeah, see?
We would rather somebody just do something with a pencil and paper for money. We're more impressed with that than what you can do with your
Right.
supercomputer in your pocket.
Yeah.
It makes more money somehow. Sometimes
Somehow.
if the marketing is correct.
Homeless person, hey, I'll Google anything for you. What
$1 million idea, right?
Yeah.
do you want to know about the universe? I'll ask Google for you.
My friend made a ton of money off of like doing reviews of movies in Redbox as a homeless person.
Damn.
He did
So he would just stand by
reviews
the-
of
fucking stupid.
like
He
when they
would
were
just
picking a
stand by the
movie.
red box and be like, "It's a pretty good movie."
Yeah, he'd tell you a little bit about it. He'd give you a synopsis.
I fucking love that.
Yeah, and he'd give
The
you a
Rain Man
critical
of
review
Redbox.
sometimes of like some things because he saw them all.
Holy shit, that's
And
awesome.
he would make money off of that. He'd make like $30 or $40 a night, enough
How
to
do you?
drink.
What's the pitch looking like?
His
Like,
pitch
what's
is
the-
having a bunch of coins laying around you, and you're sitting there Indian style, and you're like reviewing movies.
Oh, he's inside of the red box.
He's outside of the red box,
Oh, but
next to the
he's-
7-Eleven, trying not to get kicked out of the 7-Eleven.
But he stands there, and then people come up and they're like, "We're gonna watch a movie," and he's like, "Tell
Yeah.
me which one. I'll give you a review
Yeah.
for $2 or
Yeah.
whatever." Like that
Yeah.
kind of shit.
No, not for $2 or anything. He'd just do it for like nothing. But people give him money anyways
Well, yeah, if you're good at
because
something.
they avoided a
You go,
horrible
50
movie.
First Dates, are you really going to watch Adam Sandler and Drew Barrymore again?
No, but the thing is, like, if he's seen it and he's heard everything about it,
They're like sniffing markers
Yeah.
back there. It's wild.
Trying to figure
And
out what doesn't
he
show up
tells
on
him-
urine.
if he
analysis
tells them
over
it's a
there.
bad movie and they don't pay him, and then they watch it and it is actually a terrible movie, they pay him next time.
Beer tastes like a fucking graham cracker. What the fuck is that?
Oh,
Well, couldn't you do something similar sitting outside a restaurant and you tell them what to order?
Does it?
you could do it. It's called a Yelp review.
I mean, what
No,
you're
you could-
describing, what
you
you're
could do
describing
that.
is Ebert and Roper. He's homeless.
You could do that, but they would kick you away from that because they would think that you were like poisoning that restaurant.
Right.
A red box, you're not poisoning a red box at all
Yeah,
because it's a red
you gotta
box.
smell the grape.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of grape.
Grape's not bad.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty good.
But I'm just saying, there's ways to
It's
like
it's
make
like my
money.
kindergarten
5
teacher
out of
told me
5.
a little bit of glue goes a long way.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice. It's blueberry.
Hey, this is aromatherapy, you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, here's another homeless
just-
ploy. Smell this one.
Yes.
Smell this highlighter.
Smell this color. Yeah.
Smell this color.
It's an accent. Yeah. That's what it's gonna be like.
I like
maybe.
that sentence. That's a
Yeah.
fun sentence.
This one's going to be calling sniffing pens
I
with
mean,
Mike
that's
Coppolino.
that's
Yeah.
the thing. Like they're gonna
By
be.
the way, here, I'm sorry we're keeping these from you.
Keeping all these pens from me. Jeez. What are these? Is these artistic? Are these from Walmart? Is that why
Sniffy pens.
They're from Pakistan. They're very high.
they're like real
quality.
pens? The real pens you
Yeah,
could.
they're real smelly pens.
Yeah, take one home with you as a
They're
gift
like,
from
they
the show.
actually are a little smelly. They're like they're like scratch and sniff.
They're medium tip.
I remember. Yes.
All right. We'll have to cut this out, but
I remember trends. Yeah.
so there will be a weird silence and then me laughing like a retard. It's fine.
Yes. We have to take a break. We have to do drugs. That's how it works. We have to re-up. How long have we gone so far?
We're at 50 minutes. We'll do another like 10. We'll take a break in like 10.
All right.
We'll.
I'm gonna get another beer. Well, you guys.
Oh yeah. Yeah, go
get a
Help
beer.
yourself.
go
Help
for
yourself. There's magic markers. It's what?
Is it
of the film?
What do you need, Mike?
Let's go find out where
Lewis is
you
gonna.
are, Alan. Come here.
Okay, we can do that at the end.
Hold on,
We
we'll
can do
do
that
it.
at the end. We can do that at the end. We're gonna color code me.
Quick, Alan, vamp.
All right. Well, actually, you got to beer pretty quickly, but.
Okay. Well, thank you, Christine.
We had actually some rubber cement. If you prefer, I don't know if you like PBR, but there's. Okay.
I like it. I'm easy to please.
About halfway through the podcast, I like some rubber cement.
Dude, I heard a great joke.
Paint thinner.
I heard a great street joke, which you never hear.
Here, take your microphone. Take your microphone. Don't forget.
I was sniffing pens for a while, so I'm gonna forget what I'm doing.
Sniffing fans with Mike Coppolino.
All right. Fuck.
Sorry.
People don't even know what we're talking about.
This
Actually,
beer does
it's-
taste like a fucking graham cracker. It's wild. I
Yeah.
It's
fucking
yeah.
despise it.
Oh, you don't like it?
It's just sweet as
It's a lot. It is very
Wild,
sweet.
dude.
Is it a graham cracker one? It's a graham cracker.
It's an
one.
amber, but it does taste like a graham cracker.
All right.
Captain Scrum Diddley Amber Ale.
It's a copy of something else. It's like they have pretzel beer
Dude, in
now.
Loveland, they have no values.
They have beer that tastes like
No,
pretzels.
Loveland is literally like if like the comment section from a makeup tutorial became a town.
Right.
Like it doesn't even feel real in any way. Like,
I love Loveland though.
do you?
I do like Loveland. I do. I have to say like
Are you
Loveland
in
because
love
of
with
love
Loveland?
I do.
Why?
I
What
love
is
the
it
main
about?
strip.
You like the main strip?
I like the main strip in Loveland. It's all
Okay.
like weird biker like stuff.
Maybe I
It
haven't.
is
seen
oddly.
Okay.
It isn't what it should be. There's a
'Cause
weird like
It's civilized.
conservative.
I don't like
and-
like biker culture. I can usually jive with
Yeah.
pretty good. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like whatever they do, I'm usually I'm.
It's an old main
copacetic
street.
with.
corpse fucking. I'm on board.
It's
Yeah,
an
whatever.
old main street.
Of course, fucking Nazi shit, whatever. You know what I mean? I'm into it.
I hope they're changing because I go to
I do
there's
too.
a nice Cajun place over there. It's really good on Loveland.
Yeah, what's
Yeah, it's like I don't know what it's called. It's like on a corner. It has cornbread and it has like jambalaya. I go there all the time. Like if I'm in
Well, if you're
Loveland,
ever
I
in
go
Loveland,
there.
I do
If
hope-
you're ever in Loveland and you see a corner,
Yeah. Well, it's on the main drag.
heed this recommendation.
Whatever the
See,
oldest.
you're so close to this homeless person we're describing. You should just be up in Loveland.
I just know the locations of everything in my head.
Okay.
That's how I know the map of everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know the map of everything.
Yeah, where everything I've been, everywhere I've been, everything I've been, everywhere I've been, I know the map in my head.
We're at that.
Like if I need to go somewhere, I know where to go.
Can you
Yeah.
drive right back to Loma Point from right here, right now?
Where?
Back to Loma Point,
Loma Point.
Loma
San
Point?
Diego?
Oh hell yeah, absolutely.
I could too.
Yeah.
And they'll point out all
But
the
that's
red
so,
boxes
like,
on the
but
way.
It's because I know everything about San Diego. But that's
It's
What?
kind of a talent.
yeah, it is
Everything about San Diego.
because I did like pizza delivery, then I
Okay.
did landscaping,
Right.
and I was always going like 15 places every day.
Yeah, yeah.
So I know everything about San Diego. I have a map of San Diego in my head. So it's like
You just like lived in the place.
yeah, I know everything. I know what the houses look like on every corner.
Yeah.
because
like
I've
if I
been everywhere.
if I described
Multiple times.
if I described an
Yeah.
apartment complex, you could tell me where it was or something like that.
And then I was a property manager. So I actually know all the details of every house I've ever been to. So I know the details like studying houses.
Okay.
So now I just study houses. It's like I know architecture and everything because of all this stuff. Because how else can a house be built? You've seen
What a waste of
everything.
potential.
yeah.
I know it's terrible. I should
It
be a
really
mechanic.
is. You have so
Something,
much,
yeah.
so much to offer.
No, nothing to offer because
You have an
I'm
encyclopedic memory of San Diego architecture, and what do you do for a living?
just obsolete.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's what I mean.
that's
What a
where I
waste
am.
of potential.
But no. It's because it's purposeful obsolescence. It's
Yeah.
It's like
Planned
it's,
It's already because of the marketing.
Yeah, it's voluntary
Yeah.
obsolescence.
People
which is
know
a
where the place is, but
revolutionary
they don't
act.
know the soul of the place. They haven't been there multiple times. They just know how to look at up on the phone. They don't know the real place. They just know how to get there all
Yeah.
the time because they're always doing stuff. They don't have free
I
time.
really,
Dude,
it's
that-
shameful how bad I am at navigating.
That's
I'm-
the thing that fucks people. Like I feel like by the time you like travel to somewhere new, like a different country or whatever, you've had so much time. You've probably sat and just out of boredom Googled it so much that by the time you get there, you're like, I saw this in a picture and now I feel nothing. Like you're not getting into the, you're not seeing that thing that was totally beyond your, like the
imagination.
Alps, you know what I mean? Yeah, that's completely beyond your imagination.
That happened to me when I saw Mount Rushmore. I was like, this is worse than my mental image of it.
Yeah, right. Yeah, 100%.
I want to see Chevy Chase scaling the whatever in the in the movie.
What, foul play?
I don't know. It's one of the family vacations. But
Yeah, Chevy Chase in like an action movie.
Wait, was he?
you don't know who Chevy Chase
several
is.
action movies.
You're
Foul
just
Play,
going off of what his last name sounds like.
And
I know bullshitting. You're now bullshitting about.
I know who Chevy Chase is. I do know who Chevy Chase.
Chevy
is.
Chase sounds fast.
Yeah. It sounds like a town. It sounds like several apartments I've been to.
What's Chevy short for?
Chevrolet.
It's not.
I don't know. I don't know what it is. I don't know his real name. It could be a stage name. Must be.
All right, you guys talk. I'm going to look it up.
Okay, look up Chevy Chase's real name.
His real name is Gavin McLeod.
Actually, John McAfee. But anyway, this thing of that's why it's valuable that you have mental maps of places. That's more valuable than an electronic map of these places because of your consciousness attached to it. You have these mental pictures of these places. That's exactly what we're talking about. When you actually see the place, it's underwhelming.
Right.
Dude.
You want somebody who's imagined it.
Cornelius.
Cornelius?
It's short for Cornelius.
Chevy is short for... Yeah, I would shorten that.
Yeah. Well, I have to know everything about a place because I have to know the plumbing of a place.
Okay.
Why do you have... Why?
That's my job.
Are you a plumber?
You're unemployed.
No, I'm a drain cleaner.
You're unemployed.
So I have to know how a building is laid out. So in order for a building to be
cleaner?
yeah. So I have to know everything about where the plumbing is, and that's how you build a building. You build it around the plumbing.
Are you actually a drain cleaner, though?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's annoying to have that information in your head where you're like, I know what's like going on in the building around me. I wish that I didn't know any of that information. I wish I could just sit in a room and not think about how like the electricity is getting to me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I have to do that because I'm old. It's like that's what I have.
The problem
left.
with aging.
Yeah. You just know everything, kind of. Yeah.
You know a shitload.
But this is
like
the thing.
More and more.
So
yeah,
like you go on.
annoying.
So this is what
it's
you could
annoying
do
to know
maybe.
that much stuff.
You go on a tour of old timey Boston, and somebody tells you this is where Paul Revere or whatever the fuck. And you're excited because he knows about the thing. You don't give a fuck when you see the bell and it's got a crack. You don't give a shit.
No, look at
but
all the
see, you
surrounding
could do like
architecture.
plumbing tours.
Yeah. I could.
You'd be like, this is where your shits go. Let me show you over here. You wouldn't think this is where it clogs up a lot of the time. But a lot of people...
No, like, so when I went to, like...
And then I'd be excited about plumbing.
You might be if, like, you had a plumbing problem. Like, if you want to build an entire city. Yeah, if you had to...
Sewer lines and shit.
Oh, I can't.
He can't. He can't reveal the secrets of
Right.
venting.
We're not...
You got to roll the vents. You know, you got to know all that stuff. No, it's like, it's not too smart.
No,
It's all idiotic.
No S-turn drops.
No, you just got to... Yeah.
Look, plumbing is very similar to that
Thank
movie
you.
Beer Fest.
Thank you
Yeah.
again.
You have to
Yeah.
turn the
You
boot
want to just
at
be
the
our
end.
producer? You can...
Yeah.
We'll just have you Google
You can't
shit
just
for us.
chug a boot.
No, you have to build
have to-
everything
you
within
have to turn it at the end.
Within the distance of the vents. So the walls hold the vents. So you have to build all the rooms like that.
Yeah.
It's just the way it is.
This is
And
what
how
I'm
did we
talking
build the
about.
pyramids?
This is what I'm talking about.
How do you build the pyramids?
Is this a riddle that you're now asking?
Yeah.
All right.
Well, you dig a hole around it, and then the brick slides into it,
Okay.
and then you dig around the hole, and then the brick just stands there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. It's a decent theory.
I don't have an argument against that. So.
It's just a big game of Tetris.
Okay.
It's just like once the Earth was like 90,000 feet deep.
They were just trying to get out of it.
That's how it works. You have to find all the rocks that are big enough, and you dig around them.
You know, honestly, people are so confounded by the pyramids, but I've watched a chick who was coked out at a music festival look at those gravity sculptures where people stack the rocks and they look like they shouldn't be allowed to stack that way.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm talking about? And she's walking over to this thing going, that's not right. She's getting upset. And we're all going, calm down. It's just rocks. She's going, that's not okay. It's not, that shouldn't be
upsetting the
able to be.
yeah.
And literally, this was just some acid head who put some flat stones up together, and it took him a minute to find a cute way to stack them. And she cannot comprehend it. Maybe that's what we're doing as a society with the pyramids.
See, I misunderstood you. What I thought, because there's a genre of video where people will proudly, kind of indignantly, they will find one of these rock sculptures in the woods, and they will kick it over in an act of protest.
She was almost to that point.
Because they're saying you're upsetting the environment in some way, and how dare you?
Well, you're making everyone careful by
You're making
stacking
a
all these
statement.
rocks.
Making everyone careful? You don't have to be careful unless you walk right by it or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Wait,
Yeah.
go out into the woods and tie up shit, like make weird witch shit. You know what I mean? Like fucking.
Yeah,
that way
people
people think
believe
they
all that
stumbled
stuff.
onto a sacrifice, like the
altar.
altar.
Yeah. I can see that.
You know what I'm saying? Like
can see
that's
that.
that's the only. I might start hiking just to do
Well,
that.
it's like the
for
witchcraft of
people.
free time.
But what I'm saying is...
What's that?
The witchcraft of free time.
Yeah.
People have free time to stack all these rocks in the woods. How do they do it?
That's
how
really
are they
all
not,
magic
living
is.
in a
Magic,
cubicle
that's
and,
the most
doing
functional
chores?
definition of magic I've ever heard on this podcast.
just time
Too much
management?
free time.
Time
Yeah.
management is the ultimate. That's the highest magic there is.
That may be.
True,
time
it
management.
actually is.
I cannot figure it out for the life of me.
Sleight of hand is all time management.
Yeah. True.
That is true, actually.
Goddamn.
And comedy is all timing.
Yeah. Timing is everything. I'm trying to move slower, just in general. Like,
You're trying to move slow.
yeah, sure, yeah. Like in everything, just all the time.
You felt you were going too fast.
I don't want to put a.
Well, you get too.
I don't want to put a
you can't
moral.
see anything.
You know.
You can't see anything if you're going too fast.
Okay,
why-
Ferris
Right.
Bueller aside.
Well, and I feel like I feel like the universe likes things that are slow better. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Doesn't it seem like that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it does.
It's like let me just
Well,
fucking
maybe
chill
not.
out.
I don't know.
Like not mentally slow, but like
It does like mentally slow things.
it does like mentally slow. Actually,
Yeah.
yeah.
The
it
earth
seems to like
will be
that.
inherited by the meek, yes.
Wow. Yeah.
We're going to have a retarded boy president very soon.
Possibly. Tucker Carlson.
I hope.
Yeah.
And the retard shall inherit the Build-A-Bear workshop. In my world, they will. You know, if I have a say.
I may have to move to Japan.
You may have to.
I may have to. I've been thinking about
Yeah,
it.
you might
Just
be.
for
You
what,
might
too?
actually have to.
I might have to just to be an artist.
Just-
I can be an artist in Japan.
I think you could. I've honestly thought about moving. I like if
I think just being white is an art in Japan.
yeah.
It's not even hard.
I've heard that from a few people.
Yeah.
They're so incredibly racist that they just want white people to be there.
Yeah.
They pay people like they.
Well, they
in
assume
Alaska.
mistakenly that just being white will scare off the blacks, and that's not the case.
That sucks.
But yeah, they're trying
That
to.
sucks.
It's a
really
real
does
snake and a
suck.
mongoose situation. You get the.
No, it can't be though.
Snake and a mongoloid, if you will.
Thank you.
Well, China. The thing is, China takes everybody, so that's the best part. China's the one that actually
China takes everybody and converts them into food. Like
Well,
you're
converts them into work.
Yeah.
You know, it saturates you with toxins, but you get by.
You mean-
I mean, that's how it works. Yeah.
I'm sure I'm saturated with toxins,
Yeah.
but I'm living, dude.
Putting all these like shower cubicles and everything, or whatever
Shower
you're doing.
cubicles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what you're doing. You're building all these Russian showers in China
Yeah.
because Russia imports all the showers, and then you got all these shower heads that are like, they have whole rooms that are shower heads in China. That's how they shower.
Just all in a group?
Yeah, it's all like, well, it's all like just coming out of the walls, high pressure jets, like the
Oh,
bidet,
okay.
like a bidet, only it's like showers.
So they just load him in there like the
It's like you're
the subway. You just shove a bunch of people
It's
in
like
there.
you're
and then let the
showering in
water
like
get
a
'em?
you're showering in a.
Do you know they make
stereo.
Russian nesting dolls?
What
You're showering in a stereo.
in a stereo?
In a stereo, it's like
In stereo.
it's a chamber of showering.
Okay.
Yeah, water comes out of the walls, And
In
the
Dolby
ceiling
surround
and
sound.
everything. Yes, it just showers you. That's how I do it.
Well,
But that's Russia. Or that's China.
That's Russia
Russia makes that
for the Chinese.
for the Chinese. And then
and yet the
and then,
Chinese
like,
make the Russian nesting
and
dolls.
then Americans and
Ironic.
anybody else, Europeans,
And in the
install
center of
those
the Russian
showers.
nesting dolls is a North Korean boy.
That's how it works. But
Nobody's
that's
ever
how,
gotten that deep.
that's just how people convince you to move to China.
Nobody's trying to convince you to move to China.
People convince me to move to
how
China
they
all the
get you.
time.
Nobody's
yeah.
ever said move to China.
A bunch
Ever.
of Russian
no
people.
one's ever said that. No.
I've worked with a bunch of Russian people that said, move to China. You'll be much better off. And I was like, yeah,
That's
I
an
agree.
insult.
Yeah.
I
That's
agree.
really an
Yeah, I
insult
felt
if
pretty
somebody
good about
tells you
that. Yeah. No, but I was working on a temp labor thing. So, yeah, it was kind of like a sensible thing.
Yeah.
Look, Mike, if somebody approaches you and said, I think you'd be doing a little better in Afghanistan, you need to rethink your life decision.
You know,
Yeah,
you'd be
but
a- you'd be
China
a lot
has
more-
like cities. Afghanistan does not have cities.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
China has cities.
You can get lost in a city.
You know,
Okay.
you'd be a lot more approachable if you shit your pants.
Okay,
right
you're
now.
right. When you're right, you're right. China does have cities.
They do.
It's a real thing. They have housing for everybody because they have cities. Those cities are like
But
complicated.
you're living in like a pod, right? You're living
Well,
in
you-
like a Matrix pod.
you're
where you have,
living in,
a
like,
tube.
Judge
You have to
Dredd
go
world.
home every day. Every day
Like
after
the-
work, you have to go home and you have to shove that feeding tube down your throat and lay down in a vat full of viscous liquid.
If I
Is
could
that how
do
you wanna
drugs, that's
live?
fine.
Good point. But they don't even allow them to do drugs.
They don't?
No.
What if you're
drugs
like
are
a
very,
cer-
very, very illegal in China.
Well, they have Lamborghinis in like China, so they're allowed to do drugs.
No. What?
People drive Lamborghinis in China.
Okay.
Like,
does that have to do
there
with
was
drugs?
there was actually two
a real
Lamborghinis
break in
that
your logic
collided in Beijing.
Wait, what?
Two Lamborghinis collided at an intersection.
You're talking about a
in
Fast and the
2000,
Furious
like
sequel.
14.
That's not real.
No.
Absolutely.
That actually happened, and that's why I knew communism was
Listen,
totally dead.
Vin Diesel
how I
has
know.
been to China. Therefore, there
Vin
is
Diesel,
drugs.
more like Chin Diesel, right? That's a Chinese joke. You liked it. He liked it.
Yeah.
It made him smile. Fuck you. Sorry, that was to her. Not
Well,
you.
they can't film all of China. That's the trouble. You can't film everything else, like the poverty. You just see like the cities.
Where they got the slaves, you can't film there.
Yeah, you can't film in a Nike factory. That's like probably copyright violation.
But the thing is everybody like actually like not starving in China?
well,
I have no idea.
look,
People are
ever
trapped in
since
their
Mao
homes.
Zedong, they have a really good system for hiding the death.
Well, they've
Maybe
done some things
even
to
before that.
They've actually blocked Muslims in their homes or Uyghurs in their homes. That's actually a thing that's going on in China. Like they just lock them in their apartments and they have like police watching them. They actually have cages on their apartments.
Well,
They can't get them out.
They locked people in for COVID, bud. They locked people into there.
That's what it was. Yeah, they actually did that.
They were doing ropes and getting supplies up to the top floors, bud. They fucking locked everybody down.
Was it
Well-
everybody in China? No. It
okay.
sucks.
So are you,
That's why people are going crazy.
Mike? Are you like a? You heard about the Georgia Guidestones?
No.
There's like this monument that is like the globalist plan for depopulation and whatever. It's in Georgia, and they put up this big monument. But anyway, the idea is they're going to depopulate down to like 500 million people, but they want Asians mainly. That's why they got to do this white genocide thing, because Asian people have been bred for centuries to be obedient.
Oh.
Just thought I'd bring that up.
Oh.
Well, Corey's in the shitter because he normally gets mad when I say stuff like this.
Yeah, but I could see
Yeah,
people
he
are
probably
gonna be
will.
people are gonna be obedient anyways because of the internet and all the free coupons. People will be obedient for coupons.
Dude,
That's-
even less than that. Apparently, non-fungible tokens, fucking, literally just some
Like 7-Eleven
Poke
rewards.
coins.
7-Eleven
Some Poke
rewards
coins,
is
and
enough
you'll
for
be-
people to get totally obedient.
NFT right here.
That's a
Yeah.
beautiful painting, Lewis.
Yeah.
No. Actual
We were just
I was like, he's on the, I was like, I figured he came over and like got on the mic, but no, he's just yelling on from the other room.
No, I'm not taking you guys.
Oh, you could have hopped.
No,
in
you
while
could
I was
jump in.
pissing.
It's Louis Martinez.
Do you want to sell some stuff at the end?
Yeah.
No, actually, I want. You should ask him the real question
Big Lou.
about his past.
About Mike's past.
How many
All right.
things do you want to know? Well, my past. I've had a past.
Ask him the question I asked.
How many Vietnamese did you kill, first of all?
Yeah.
I have not. I've actually saved a few lives.
I've actually saved a few Vietnamese.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have.
He was one of the rooftop guys in the.
One of the rooftop Koreans, dude.
Oh.
Rooftop Koreans fucking gunning out. Yeah, dude.
No. I've actually fed some families.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, fish.
Kimchi and stuff.
Fish.
Yeah. You
'Cause
fed them fish.
I fed them fish.
Okay.
I've had them mackerels.
Okay.
100
It's
mackerels.
Pretty disgusting
Okay.
fish to eat. But
Yeah, but they're Vietnamese, so they'll eat
They
it.
love it.
Yeah.
Yeah. They
Okay.
go. They go
They
Asian
love
over a
it.
mackerel.
They
yeah.
actually love mackerels. Vietnamese love
They're
mackerel.
disgusting, people.
I cannot handle mackerel.
how do they cook it?
They boil it into soup.
Oh, it's soup. Okay.
It's soup.
Stewed.
Mackerel soup.
Stewed. That still sounds
Okay.
gross,
yeah,
but
it's
okay.
a real thing.
Probably need a lot of fucking citrus and chili. And then you
I don't know
taste it
what
anymore.
the hell it is, but well, they probably chili. It's Vietnamese.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, anyway,
it's like fish
I don't know
sauce
if
right
we've
there.
cracked the code on how to cook
There-
mackerel, but
There are a lot of Vietnamese in.
It's hard to
San
cook
Diego.
mackerel. I've actually eaten mackerel,
yeah.
and boiling it is the best. You just have it's like tuna fish after you boil it enough. Because you
Alright.
boil all the flavor out of it.
Tuna,
Right.
Yeah.
tuna. Like the best way to have tuna is like barely. You just like
Oh, I love
you
it.
just like
seared.
sear it.
Yeah,
on
yeah.
it or-
Yeah, but mackerel is
Tuna's
like
a good
all
fish.
oily,
He's
so you
talking
don't want that.
He's talking about canned tuna fish, like.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I want.
Yeah, when we're
If
talking
I was
about
like-
how to cook mackerel, maybe.
Yeah.
Any parting thoughts? Lou?
Okay.
Do you want to come on mic real quick?
Lewis wanted me to ask you about your clown training.
Oh,
Career.
that's what it is.
Oh, jeez.
Yes, if you could close us out by talking about your clown training.
Well, clown managing. Actually, clown discovering.
No, he
Clown
actually
pimping.
used to evict people from their tents. From their
No, I did
from
not.
their
I
trip.
Get
didn't-
out of here, dude.
No, I didn't do any of that. No,
what
I
is it called?
actually,
I don't
Yeah,
know.
that's close enough.
was a talent agent for clowns. Like I actually
Not while I'm
was.
drinking beer, please.
No, that's. I had a deal where I was like doing construction in like some like Tierra Santa, which is kind of like expensive and coming up, right?
Yeah.
Like kind of like that because everything in San Diego is like Cherry Creek,
Yeah.
if you really think
For
about it,
real.
because it's San Diego.
Yeah.
Anyways, Tierra Santa, they had this house. It was like they've been doing a lot of work on it, and it's like $2 million on the crest of a hill overlooking everything. And my friend was doing all the concrete work for him, and they needed a clown for their house because their grandfather was coming over from France, and they wanted to have a clown to entertain him. And these guys are
grandfather.
like, they were
Somebody to entertain the grandfather.
to entertain a grandfather.
French elderly. The elderly French are like children.
No, it's not.
They
It's
need
not,
puppets.
It is like that, but also it's this: when French people get old, they get creative.
Okay.
And
It's one of the most cutesy stereotypes I've ever heard. You know those French grandmas, they're always painting.
no, but the thing is, they start planning like these art projects, and they all are surrounding like how their funerals are gonna go. Like that's their art project. This is like how
Planned obsolescence.
Planned
great is your
obsolescence, yeah.
fucking funeral? What great is your funeral gonna be?
Yeah.
Like 700 people, a bunch of tents, all this stuff to like say that like my life was fucking great. We're having a huge party.
Bunch of tents.
A bunch of tents.
How many mimes did you have at your funeral? You call that a funeral? There's
But
only
we're
like
talking
6
about
mimes
like,
here.
we're talking about circus tents.
Okay.
I know.
For French funerals,
Bunch of tents.
because they start thinking how many. They start
French
thinking,
people die,
and
they
they
need a
get
bunch of
really
tents.
like creative and think, well, and existential.
People are fucking selling
they start thinking,
knickknacks.
like,
Grandma
all right.
died, you're selling mugs.
I'm gonna die pretty soon. How many
It's like-
clowns do I want for my funeral?
Wait, so is it?
That's
so
what they
like,
start thinking.
When
They
French
hire
people die,
clowns.
it's not a funeral so
So are
much as
they-
a flea market.
Are they interviewing this clown then? For
No,
a
they
funeral?
hire the best clowns.
Right, that's what I'm saying. So
They're like the
every,
best fucking clowns, and they pay a lot of money for it. That's the most important thing.
This is so ridiculous.
This is
Yeah,
real.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm listening, dude.
This is amazing.
They will hire clowns that are like $10,000 for these French fucking funerals because they're all like.
Okay. All right.
So wait,
Yeah.
does the clown like do a eulogy?
No, the clown just performs
No, it's in
like
mime.
tricks. Actually performs.
You can't talk during the eulogy.
The clown is just an asshole because the clown. It's like a clown at a French funeral. It's just totally a dick.
Oh, we all know what that's like. You all know clowns are French.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's just doing all these tricks and everything, of balloon animals and everything. It's at like a funeral.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's part of this whole
Balloon
spectacle.
animals is the eulogy.
Yeah.
No, there's just a spectacle going on at these funerals, all right? Because like it's a lot of money.
Right, because of
So-
French are assholes.
So, anyways, this guy.
Frank was a good guy. Kid, you want a sword?
Well, these French people are building their own house, and the couple is like an architect and a psychologist. So I know they're gonna they want a clown, and my friend knows a clown that was gonna do the job, but the clown was under house arrest.
What is going on in
The
this?
clown was under house arrest because the clown got her third DUI, and she was wearing an ankle bracelet, so
Oh,
she
my
couldn't
God.
perform like normally. She just had to do like her regular job and go straight home. So she couldn't actually
couldn't
do
do clowning.
extracurricular
Clown
stuff
got her third
as a
DUI.
clown because she was in jail. There's a clown in jail,
yeah.
so in digital jail. All right, whatever. So I had to go get another clown for this guy because he had a clown, but the clown has a DUI. So he knew I was a comic. Said, "You must know a lot of clowns."
And no, the answer would be like no. They're like we don't hang out in the same circle. Why isn't there? I haven't seen one fucking clown at an open mic.
I know a ventriloquist.
I've seen many.
I know
I've
a
seen
hypnotist.
a few clowns. I've seen a few furries.
I mean, I probably.
Hell yeah, dude. How did the furries do?
Furries do badly because they're all serious about it.
Well, like what?
They actually think they're like the animals. Yeah.
Oh, they're like actually like trying to do bits,
They try to do bits and they
and
fail.
they like
and
they're like, I just wanted to go out and do some regular stand up in my persona.
no, they just
It has
pissed
nothing to
off.
do with that.
No.
And then
None of
you.
that.
And then all
They're-
the French family is going. Why does this ostrich have an ankle monitor?
The problem is they're serious about being furries, and they just are pissed off because they're not accepted. It has nothing to do with comedy.
Right.
Yeah,
It's just they're actually
they're
like,
like doing
just
that like
furries in
they're doing
general.
that
It's
like
something special. It's
indignant
just
thing that people
not.
do when they're like, "Look at me, I get it. I'm a disabled person doing comedy." Or
No,
I'm
they think they're more important.
Oh, you guys don't like
because they're
deer?
furries.
yeah.
Yeah. No, they think they're more important because they're furries, because they're special.
God, there should be furry comedians
Yeah.
who
They bought their own suit and everything.
genuinely
You know?
act like the animal.
No, but anyways,
Anyway, let's get back to these.
the whole thing is like I had to go find a clown for this party. I had like 3
Where
days
do
to
you
find
start?
it.
Just yell at
I'm
me?
in
Craigslist.
LA. I live in LA when I was doing this.
So there's got to be clowns.
There's
yeah.
clowns everywhere. There
Clowns
is.
to the left of me, jokers to the right.
No, I went to the first thing I did was went to a coffee shop like 3 hours after this guy suggested I go find a clown.
Put on a Steve Miller
I asked
album.
a bunch of people that grew up in the 70s. I said, "Where can I find a clown?" And immediately I found a guy.
This is
I
the
found
start
a clown.
of a fucking knock-knock joke.
No, I found a clown called Flutterby. Now, Flutterby
Yeah.
was just a regular clown, did balloon
No,
animals.
total normal clown.
Patchwork clown, had the whole outfit and everything, did
hobo
the
clown.
makeup. Hobo clown.
Hell yeah.
Clown, you
Classic.
know.
Female. Female clown,
Female clown.
$300 for
Harder to be
4
a woman
hours.
in the clowning industry.
$300 for 4 hours
$300 for 4 hours to do clown stuff. Flutterby.
to do clown stuff.
Yeah, clown stuff. Show up at the house, do clown stuff, and leave.
Right.
Yeah. $400. And I said, all right, I got this number. I got everything all figured out. And Flutterby, I have a clown.
Yeah.
But I had like more days to like find clowns. So I asked all my comedian friends where I could find a clown.
Okay.
Right? And everybody
Because
I
you got to
know.
fill that tiny car, dude. You can't just show up with one. You can't have that tiny car pull up and just one clown pops.
No,
out.
I
You
just
Defeats
want
the purpose of the bit.
I want
No, this
the
is
most
like the Italian job.
I
He's
want
gotta-
the best clown and the most expensive clown so I can make some money off of it. Because I
Right.
wanted to make some agency money and just I was going to get a clown.
Not
I
just
figured
any
I was going
clown.
to get some sort of kickback for like getting this clown from this construction thing or whatever it is.
Right.
So this
it's gonna be
clown
a-
walks over.
Well, the first thing is this: they're French.
The
So they're
people-
going to spend a lot of money on a clown, no matter what. They're going to go crazy for a
Yeah, you
clown.
could have
if
gotten
I
a lot
find
more.
one.
I feel
Could-
like
you could-
I feel like you actually sold
Did
the
you make
whole
mo-
operation
Did
short.
you make money off of it?
No. I kept finding clowns.
I just haven't stopped
I
finding.
just had a full week to find clowns. So I found a clown that threw knives and played a ukulele.
Okay.
Name
was-
3 knives.
She would throw knives
Oh, okay.
and
It's not
play
really
the
a clown
ukulele
thing.
and dress up in like the full paint and everything. But she was dressed up enough to where you could tell she was hot. And
Oh,
she
okay.
charged $500 an hour to throw knives and play a ukulele and do clown shit.
Right.
Because she charged a little more.
Now, was this pre or post Insane Clown Posse?
Yeah. what
This
year
is
this?
post.
What year is
Post
this?
ICP?
Post-
How hard is it to find a juggalo
What year is this?
on Craigslist?
No, this is like 2018.
They don't even charge
Oh,
to
this
come to a
just
party.
happened. This
They
is
just
like a
wanna-
week ago.
Juggalos
Recently.
just want to party. You don't even have to pay them.
No, but these are real clowns I'm like trying to find.
Real clowns.
I
Yeah,
found,
juggalos
but
are not
here's
real
the,
clowns.
here's
Go
the
find a
find.
juggalo and ask him to juggle.
Okay, you guys
can't
are
fucking
clown
do it.
purists, I
Here-
guess.
here's the actual fun
French
find
people
I
are.
found.
The French don't tolerate juggalos.
No.
The thing
They're
I found in
very racist.
reality
Mm-hmm.
was I found a bunch of feminist clowns.
These feminist clowns.
I found-
You wouldn't believe. This story is unreal.
Yeah.
I actually found a whole group of feminist clowns.
Okay.
Like a whole agency of feminist clowns.
An agency.
As part of like my studies, like trying to find
Right.
a clown. And these are feminist clowns. They don't wear any makeup. They just wear big sunglasses.
Well, makeup is patriarchal when you come down to it.
Oh God damn it! That's the best fucking thing I've ever heard. They're like, we're
And
not
it's the
doing that
reality.
anymore.
It's reality. And they go to
That's-
houses as like an agency. They charge $300 an hour. Each individual clown. 'Cause that's the going wage for
And
a
they
clown.
just have to put on big sunglasses.
Yeah, and they babysit
Fuck.
kids.
Hey, who
Yeah.
taught you about carpentry? A lesbian, right, Corey Cooley?
That's true. Yeah,
Yeah.
lesbian.
What's up, dude?
Lesbians.
But
do
that's
know
how
everything.
it works. But then I've been asking around because I had time, and I found my friend. I asked him right away because I knew he knew where a clown was. And my friend does 10-1. He does 10-1 stuff in
Everything
Vegas.
is a punchline in this story. Every single line of this story is a
Amazing.
punchline.
No, he does 10-1 shows, in like Vegas. He's Murugan the Mystic, and he does weird shit. Like he comes to like Indian stuff where he's putting like meat skewers through himself.
Yeah.
He does
right.
like all that stuff. He hangs himself from hooks and dances
Yeah,
around.
Classic.
Yeah. He actually put a sword through his stomach. He's like competing with David Blaine to do that.
To see who
Like
can-
David Blaine is trying to do that trick. I think David Blaine is egging him on to do that trick to kill himself.
Yeah.
But he sticks a like sword through his stomach
Right.
and along the muscle and everything. He
Yeah.
actually
You could
edges the
find a
muscle
way to go through it where it
Yeah.
comes out and it doesn't bleed, whatever.
and
I've
goes
se-
through that. And he builds
Listen,
this.
I've seen Gloria Steinem work. I know
Yeah.
clowns.
But he's building the scar tissue to actually do that trick regular. Because
Okay.
he's desperate for heroin. Anyways,
Anyway.
he knows everybody in the real show. And he called me back. He says, "There's no clowns on the West Coast." That's the
There's
first
All
thing
the
he
clowns
said to
on the
me.
East Side.
There's no clowns
Yeah.
on the West Coast. There's a few clowns on the East Coast.
Yeah.
And
Where are
yeah.
they gone? Where are they
Baltimore.
gone? Baltimore.
Baltimore.
Why fucking Baltimore?
Because that's where all the magic rooms are. And the clowns are doing magic rooms now. Because there's nothing.
So matter of factly. Because that's where all the magic rooms are.
That's where all the money is. That's where rich people spend money in magic rooms. And French people.
In Baltimore. Oh, fuck.
But anyways, he says there's no clowns on the West Coast. However, I knew one clown on the West Coast. And
East side.
He knows one clown on the West Coast. He's Diego Vicarchiero.
Uh-huh.
Now, Diego Vicarchiero was a child that grew up in an Argentinian village.
Stop.
And
Stop now.
and he is born with really stretchy skin.
Okay. Okay. Basically, a balloon, a living balloon.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's crying. He's crying. You're crying. You can't finish the story. He's crying. You made him cry, Lewis.
So anyways,
He got all the way through really stretchy skin.
No. When he was 3 years old,
Rest his soul.
the people in the village.
The village people.
Well, they thought he was retarded.
Because of his stretchy skin.
Yeah, because he's 3 years old. He didn't talk.
Holy fuck.
Okay. They're gonna think we're all on nitrous. Okay. Okay,
So
3-year-old
anyways,
kid, they
so
think he's
anyways,
retarded.
This guy, this
I've heard
kid, got to be on the only road in the village, to and from the village.
There's
And
only one road.
He would be there, and he would do clown shit, stretchy skin and everything,
All right.
with other gypsies and from the village,
Right.
and they would give him money, and that's how the village survived.
Right.
It says village survived
Because a
on all this
stretchy
shit
skin kid
because
would
it's the
hang
only
out
way in and
outside
out.
the town.
Sometimes all it takes is a little elephantitis.
Well,
kid.
there's these
Traders
things
would
like,
come in, and this kid's like,
well, they also make guitars.
Okay.
So
All right,
people
fine.
would go there and cocaine. I mean, there's everything was there, right?
Cocaine.
Yeah. So
Guitars.
this kid was
The
dancing.
kid with
on-
the extra skin.
He was learning how to do everything, like miming and clown
Right.
shit on the side of the village. And he worked like this until he was 18 years old. And he learned everything about being a mime and contortionist and all this other stuff,
Okay.
like doing all this backward shit. And then he and then he made enough money
Everything's a double entendre.
to emancipate himself from the village.
Right.
He got out of Argentina,
Yeah. Yeah.
and he moved to Southern California, and he became the head mime at Disneyland.
I didn't know there were mimes.
There are always clowns
Head mime.
There are clowns at Disneyland. They're in the French Quarter, and they do mime shit.
So at Epcot, is that Epcot?
And you don't of
do mime
Disneyland,
shit.
and they do mime shit, and that's
Yeah.
traditional. That's where they.
You mean
where,
Epcot?
Yeah.
Okay.
He was the guy that developed
you
all.
mean Epcot.
He's
Let
the
me
guy that
clarify.
actually
Epcot?
developed all that for
There's no
Disneyland.
French Quarter at Disneyland.
There's enough Jungle Book people. There's one person. There is a person. It's Jungle Book.
Hey, it's
What do you mean by
2021.
Jungle
Book
We don't
people?
call them Jungle Book people anymore.
Well, the people that do the Jungle Book tour
No.
and everything. Yeah.
No, they're human beings.
No, that's how Steve Martin got his start.
Okay.
Yeah. Jungle Book. So it's like a serious thing. So he was the mime at Disneyland for 12 years.
Okay.
Right, doing all this stuff. And then he became the ringmaster mime and clown at Circus Vargas. He did that for another 18 years.
Circus Fartus.
Circus
For
Vargas.
those of you listening at home.
Where's that at?
It's a traveling circus. It competed with Ringling Brothers.
Okay.
It's like the
they
Burger
were,
King
They
to
were
the-
a second string circus that was more dangerous.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Less professional, more
like-
dangerous, more dirty.
like Six
a
Flags.
real circus. They actually made a lot of money.
Yeah.
So and he made a lot of money off of this. Then people got scared of clowns. And then the circus dried up. Circus Vargas actually disappeared.
What was that, Chucky? What happened?
No, Cirque
The
du
clowns?
Soleil.
Why did people get scared of
Why
clowns?
did people get scared of
suddenly?
clowns?
No.
Yeah,
People
yeah.
got scared of clowns
Yeah.
because people are frail and everything.
No,
because
what
of-
happened?
No, yeah, that's a good point. Yeah,
There's
they're just
people
frail. They'll
just-
just pick random kind of
I
arbitrary
don't know
things
why.
to be afraid
I
of.
don't
Why
know
would
why.
that suddenly happen, though? You
John
say it
Wayne
as though it's
Gacy.
an event in time.
John Wayne
John Wayne
Gacy.
Gacy.
John
There you
Wayne
go.
Gacy.
Thank
Okay,
you.
there we
Yeah,
go.
yeah,
Right.
There we go.
But people have always been afraid of clowns. but just more so now.
Okay.
So
But it's the juxtaposition of something.
This clown, John Wayne Gacy.
Like
Yeah.
if something is that happy and like joyous, your mind is going to invert that into something that's horrific. It's just
right.
It's kind of the easiest thing to be.
Well, the point is, Diego's really expensive. He's really expensive. He charged $6,500 for 4 hours.
How much?
$6,500 for 4 hours of clowning.
Well, wait till you see this kid stretch his foreskin.
No, here's what he does. He actually picks you up at your house, Silver Shadow Limousine, 1963. The one with the big canopy and everything. Yeah. And he takes you to a restaurant in L.A. Fanciest restaurant, one of the fanciest. And he takes you up there and he does clown shit.
And dines you.
In the restaurant.
Clown shit while you eat?
In the restaurant, yeah. And tells you the story of his life, and he serves you food. But he serves you exotic food, like eagle.
It's like jester shit.
And other shit.
Yeah,
He
Jester
does
in the king's court.
A whole animal weirdness thing, like insects and everything, a big meal of stuff, and tells you about his life.
God damn.
And it's 4 hours. And he does all this stuff in the restaurant, and nobody can say shit because he's too powerful. He just takes over the restaurant, and everyone has to endure it.
That's
even if they have
amazing.
reservations. And then, when he's finished, he does all this stuff, and you have this whole experience, takes you back to your house, and just leaves you there. And that's it. It's 4 hours being a clown with a clown, a real clown.
Okay.
Yeah.
$6,500.
That does seem like...
There used to be a romance to clowning, I feel like, where there was he had a whole sad story. You know,
he has a total story. He has 4 hours of everything.
Right.
He's a clown from all this stuff.
He's making you balloon animals, but he's also making you feel things. You know
Right.
what I mean? That you didn't know that you could feel.
Right.
But the
How
main,
about some Merlot and a dog that turns into a cat?
and an eagle and some whatever he gives you. There's pictures of his whole banquet. You actually see the food and everything they cook as part of the thing. It's Diego Vicarchiero. Anyways,
When I was a kid...
he charged $6,500.
When I was a kid, I was nearly devoured by maggots. Here, have some maggots and butter.
But the main thing was I have 4 bids. I had all these clowns ready to go. I had Flutterby. I had
what's
the feminist clowns. I had
Diego what?
Diego Vicarchiero.
Okay,
VK.
He can't spell that.
VEE.
14 E's.
There can't be more than 2 E's.
KEY.
There can. VK.
Bacchiero.
With a B?
Yeah, B. Q.
HD porno.
Yeah. Oh,
Governor
God,
Schwarzenegger, CC,
no.
California
It must be a
Air
joke
Resources.
then. Jesus.
Yeah, I think you got stoned.
All I do is make people look up things in their phones. That's all I do. That's my joke. That's my fetish. Yeah, I did it.
You won. Congratulations. You won
Thank
the
you very
podcast.
much.
You won the podcast. You won
This fucking
Perilous.
clown.
Congratulations, dude. Congratulations. We have a prize for you in there.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much.
All right.
We're going to make a scrotum out of balloons.
It's not me. I'm not the prize Mike.
Come on, be a team player. Do you want to
Well,
produce this
nobody
podcast
even-
or not?
Hey,
Right.
hey.
Can people even follow what's going on? Is that such a thing now?
The people that listen to this have done enough drugs. They are their mind is limber enough to follow what's going on here.
Well,
Absolutely.
he is a real person. You just didn't search hard enough.
He is.
Yeah.
I'll give it another Google.
There's no way of knowing what's true, actually.
Follow Mike Coppolino on the street.
I have 65 albums
Streets of Denver. He has 65 albums.
on
You
YouTube.
guys didn't even do one reading out of the book.
All right.
All right.
You want me to read something?
You could actually play me. You could actually
No,
play an album.
Corey, pick one.
You could play it.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
You can't do Nepolism. No, you know.
Corey.
You can read that one. You have to have.
No, don't
You
have-
have to have glasses.
Don't have this clown read.
No, I do this shit perfect, bro. Watch.
Yeah.
Let me see. Let me find something good.
You want to smoke more meth before you do this?
Fuck no, dude. I don't need that shit, dude. Neoliberals. No one has ever talks about the Burning Man festival and spoiled milk in the same sentence. But I'm letting you know that cheese selection is pretty good right to know.
Right now.
Right now. Yeah, all right. All right. People are buying a lot of special cheese. Some might even say cheese selection has been magical this year.
Neoliberals.
All right. Neoliberals.
Okay, let's
What
go.
else can you say?
I have a voodoo chiropractor. I pay $3,000 to get a doll made out of fingernails and hair. Now, whenever I feel like a tinge, I call him on the phone and tell him where it hurts. Then he asks me if it feels better. It probably costs way less than a regular, I guess. And yes, regular chiropractor.
All right, that's pretty good.
Or no, he fudged. This was the old ones where he wrote it cool. All right, Mike Coppolino, my life coach.
Pretty good. Voodoo chiropractor. Voodoo chiropractor Mike Coppolino.
End it with the best fucking life coaching shit you could tell anybody.
Oh, yeah. If you're microdosing.
All right, I'll sit.
Best life coaching?
Yeah, give one piece of advice for the audience.
All right. That's if you're gonna smoke crack, do it in a bathtub too shallow to drown in.
Perfect.
All right.
Perfect.
Yeah.
That's
no, but
actually good advice.
also, if you're microdosing, just quit wasting my time and give me your drugs.
There you go.
That's also life coaching.
All right.
Yeah, because you're wasting drugs.